Welcome to the second episode of our Trash Mob series, everyone. We get to do some world building this episode, and then we break our format a bit to better show off the system. It was a really fun time all around, so we can't wait to share it with you. But first, announcements.
First up, hello everyone from my new microphone. My old microphone was on its last legs. You could hear it in our Christmas belonging episode. We had that little snafu, which I'm sure was because of my microphone. I tried to use it for streaming this past weekend and it did not work. So just in time, new microphone.
Yeah.
So thank you to the wonderful one-shot Patreon patrons. That is how I was able to get it replaced. So for those of you donating, thank you so much. For those of you not supporting the Patreon, you should do that.
Yeah. Well, and thank you anyway for listening, because
thank you for listening.
Speaking of not already giving to the network Patreon, if you are not and you would like to and you are able to, feel free to check it out over at patreon.com/oneshotpodcast. Your support does help all the shows on the network by providing equipment replacements when needed, and hosting the shows and other fun little perks. We also get to have people like Tracy Barnett helping us become better shows and provide more bonus content for everyone through the secret archive. Really, it's a great deal all around. And honestly, it helps support some fantastic people. James and Mel and family are just fantastic. And this is James's full-time job. So it really helps.
It's true. I don't think we have any other big announcements right now. So let's get back to the conclusion of our character creation series for Trash Mob. Enjoy!
Last episode of Character Creation Cast, Amelia was creating a Yu-Gi-Oh! Champion, Melody was creating a bodyguard, and I was playing a pop star undercover, all going to a convention together when our plane went down. We all woke up as various animals, Amelia a dangerous snake, Melody a mighty mouse, and me a majestic goose. We're picking up right where we left off last time. Enjoy.
So we've got all our skills sorted now, and we basically, do we know kind of what we're going to look like? We got a goose, a rat, and a snake. Okay, so there's what?
It's just these everyday like small animals.
Yeah.
And the knowledge that they're going to become super powerful is amazing.
Old MacDonald had a farm that conquered the planet. So the last step for this pretty much is we're gonna go ahead and we're not doing any of the optional rules, so we can skip that section. Is your new home, and this decides our setting. So. And this may make us like look at what we're doing and rethink it. The simplest possibility is that we end up in, the mega dungeon, but we'll see. So, does anybody feel like rolling a die for?
I can
go for it. Like,
do it.
We'll see. Cool. I can't be blamed for what happens.
I got a 4.
You got a 4? We are in the barren wastes.
Ooh.
So where we're at is somewhere that is kind of, not great suited for human life. A lot of ruins, abandoned colonies, a testament of failure. Place where only kind of the strong survive, and it's a very desperate kind of survival thing. You know what I think might be fun, just maybe because of the season? Maybe our barren waste should be an icy wasteland.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right. And then it might be real interesting that you're a snake.
I was gonna say, I'm just gonna hibernate then, I guess.
Well, and there's the thing. These are, fantasy creatures, even when they're real creatures. They're fantastical in nature to some degree. So if you're like a snake that is like, say, a snow snake, like it has white scales and it can just, survive in harsh environments.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like that's totally a doable thing. I'll be a tiny little white mouse of some type, and that'll be a thing.
And I'm already a white goose, so might as well be a snow goose.
So basically, we're all Arctic adapted creatures. Now, if we were actually playing the game, which we're mostly making characters right now and kind of talking through that, so we're in the barren waste. The other thing we would do is we would figure out our starter space, because the first place you end up is a safe zone, right? And that safe zone is kind of the place you start. I feel like having a kind of somewhat mysterious, like icy cavern that maybe has, I don't know, like carvings or possibly like little frozen, like little statues of animals and stuff in it. And then we're just alive there. That might be kind of fun. Almost like, like one of those, well, how did we get here? Were we just regularly born? No, we just kind of manifested here. Because trying to explain how these three animals end up in the same place and don't kill each other immediately, a little tricky. Obviously, a group assumption is that while we cannot yet speak to human beings, we can somehow communicate with each other. So
I like that.
Yeah. So we'll end up in a little icy cavern together, and probably after initial freakouts, we would have a bunch of adventures, and that would be kind of the beginning of the game.
I like that. I like the thought of this cavern being kind of in the middle of a snowy plains or whatever, right? But like a small cave system within it, and like an abandoned shelter left over from ages ago.
Ooh.
So like there's like, like discarded gear, things that are kind of useless or whatever, but like, maybe there's a bedroll, and maybe there's like leftover firewood or something like that, right?
Yeah. How about as a title, The Cavern of Carved Idols? Does that sound good?
I like that.
Yeah, it sounds evocative. And so now we've got kind of the idea of our icy barren wastes, and that's pretty much it. Like, that is initial character creation. From there, it's all just going to go right into the role playing of who these characters are, what they do when they first realize, oh God, we all died. Oh God, we're these critters. Everything is snow. What do we do?
Yeah.
Because, like, let's face it, those initial, sort of emotional reactions, probably not, like, you'd have to go through the motions of, okay, we're alive. Great. And then also the level of, we can't just stay here. We will starve to death eventually.
Right.
So, and then,
but you're like a mouse, and I do want to eat you.
I mean, I kind of figured that, but I am very strong.
So, okay.
That's true.
I mean, there would be at least a small amount of time figuring that out. Trying to come into terms with the fact that you look like food and I'm not allowed to eat you.
Maybe I should eat you. Like, okay, I hear you, but
I understand what you're saying, but also I'm really hungry, so...
Listen, I still have duties from the last life, and I can't protect you if you've eaten me.
That's right. I don't think my contract is technically up just because you're a snake now. So
yeah, that seems. Listen, this is all I've got left. I'm gonna hang on to my job, okay?
Right.
You can't pay me anything, but that's fine.
I do notice that the character sheet has name before, which I spent all that time agonizing over, but also has a new name.
New name. So one of the things is, and this is something I've seen in a couple of the anime, is that when you start over in this new life, you don't have a name right out the gate. But what will happen at some point is either through leveling up or meeting somebody with the ability to do it or having that ability develop on your own, you will get a name. And when you do, that gives you power. So when you get your new name, you'll get a level up. And depending on how strong the magic word or what the bonus of whatever level up roll you made, that'll kind of give you a sudden bump of ability.
That's really cool.
Very cool.
That's really cool. I like that.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I love that concept of like names have power. Such a good.
And then when you get really powerful, you get titles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very cool. So it sounds like that's pretty much it for the actual character creation.
It is.
We did it.
Now what I was thinking, tell me if this is too wild. Can we take it up a level now?
Take it up a level. Take it up a level.
And go through some advancement?
That's not the format, right? No, yes, absolutely. Let's do that.
Let's
absolutely do that because that's a lot of what this game is about. Is the growth.
Well, that growth is also part of how things go. So, like, we obviously don't have time to play a whole game.
No.
So I have gone to the trouble of kind of giving us an outline for how that might work.
Okay.
As if events happen. So level 1. And mind you, how this game works when you level. Levels do not give you specific things. There are a series of charts called the leveling twist charts. And so at every level, you roll to see what kind of leveling twist occurs.
Okay.
Doing different things can give you bonuses to this chart roll. So there is rules for grinding. If you've beaten an enemy and taken no damage in the fight, you just go out and start hunting those things over and over again to level your character up. And so if you can do a level grind, and if you get the best result for doing it, you will get not only more levels, but you will get stronger levels where you get a higher chance of getting the really good stuff on these charts. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. And it's sort of supposed to simulate, like if you play, an out of the box, like video game or a JRPG kind of thing. If you haven't looked at the strategy guides, you have no idea what kind of abilities you're going to get.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of the same way where you're suddenly like, I hit level 1. What did I get? Oh, I got Fireball. That sounds awesome. I hit level 2. What do I get? You got nothing. Why did I get nothing? I wanted something. And then you hit level 3 and suddenly you get something that's like a small bump to some abilities and you're frustrated. And then you hit level 4 and you get something really great that you're like, no, this is the thing that's going to save all our lives. Yeah. So it's meant to sort of simulate that. I've done some of the rolls ahead of time just to save a lot of thunderous rolling of die 4s. So once we've hit level 1, apparently what we're going to get is we roll on to the improved chart and we're all getting the resist disease skill. I don't think I bit us all, so I'm thinking we probably ran into some rodents and had to deal with them. Let's just say ice bats. That sounds pretty evocative.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, ice bat swarm or something. And because we're multiplayer, we're more likely to hit bigger groups of monsters. That's kind of how things are set up. So we can add resist disease to our chart of skills as one of the newest things we've got. It is level 1. Oh yeah, so all the skills are leveled 2. So we should put a 1 by all of these.
Okay.
So sorry, I should have filled that in earlier, and it's good to have them organized because you will get a lot of these. Mm-hmm. So that's our level 1. Level 2, I got the improved chart again, and we get plus 5 levels to a skill of our choice. Considering what I got,
So we get 5 levels in one skill, or
you get plus 5, and you spend it on one skill. You level one thing out by 5, and that'll probably bring something you have up to 6.
I'm gonna go with poison attack here.
Oh, there you go.
I think I'm gonna just keep being a jock, and I'm gonna take it up to 6 on my muscles so that I'm just like
I went with
I'm gonna get real swole.
I went with 6 on my charm.
Okay. 6 on charm. Yeah, no, it's a strong skill. It's a good one to level up, to be perfectly honest. All right, so very charming, very charming. Level 3 now. And of course, recording your level is also important because having a higher level than something can give you bonus dice to being able to deal with it. The next thing we get is a skill unlock, a new skill unlock off the basic chart. So this is where leveling can kind of get divergent among a group of people. One of the suggestions for characters creation is everybody playing the same type of monster. But one thing I found very quickly is nobody ever wants to do that because everybody wants to be unique and interesting, right? So like, you know, your leveling will get a little all over the place, but it's more fun to do different things. So what happens here is if we go back to the new form chart, and that's, I believe, page 26, 27, 28. We look at our subtype. So vermin for some of us, domestic animals for other, and we'll roll a die 4 to see which of those subcategories we get. Now, if you roll your same type, you get +1 skill to everything you have.
Oh, wow.
If you roll something else, you get to pick one of the 2 skills that they have. So either you're going to diversify what you can do or everything you do is going to get a little better. I rolled a 2, so I am getting +1 to what I already got. That's where my leveling has gone.
So I roll a 4, which is the small humanoid, right?
Or
am I only looking in my own category?
Yeah, your own category. You're rolling for vermin right now.
Okay. So I got a 4, which is not what I had before.
That's
Right.
the
So
slimes
that's
and
slimes
aberrations.
and aberrations. So you can either get the acid attack or you can get the resist bashing skill.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, I already have poison attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, resist bashing might give you some defense if we fight something that's really punchy.
That's very true.
Yeah, I probably should, even though acid attack sounds cool.
I mean, you can also be like, no, one day I will be the beholder that is a snake. Like, it is entirely...
Yeah, I just really want acid attack. I just want to be
just take it.
terrible. Okay,
fun.
thank
Be terrible.
you.
Be terrible.
Yeah, like, it's fine.
Ryan's like, whatever stopped you before?
Look,
Exactly.
look, I can't just poison things. Now I can also cover them in acid.
I think this is the thing that I love about making this show, though, is that I know what the smart choice is here. And I get to say, nah, gonna do this anyway.
Go with the fun choice.
Yeah.
Might as well.
So what'd you get for domestic?
I rolled a hunting animal.
Ooh.
So I love that for my goose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Geese are hunting animals.
Let me tell you the 2 skills there. Hunter is a really good one because the thing it lets you do is that when we start to go to a new area, you get to know what kind of area it is, even if you don't know the specifics. So if we're walking towards enemies, you'll know we're walking towards enemies. And if you're walking towards like a hazard, you know it's going to be a hazard ahead of time.
Oh, nice.
And so it gives you a lot more ability to kind of choose how you're exploring the map.
Yeah.
Perception, on the other hand, works as a bonus to several different kinds of situations, anywhere where senses would be useful. It also gives you a counter to movement skills, because kind of that anime thing of where, like, you know, somebody's moving super speed and the character's just like, I know exactly where you are, and just like hits them. Like, so you can overcome speed with your observation.
Oh,
abilities.
yeah. I really like Hunter for my goose, just because.
Oh, yeah.
It just sounds cool.
It's strong. It's a good one. Okay.
My goose has a knife now.
So level 4, we get another one of these skill unlocks. That's what came up when I was rolling. So, you know, we now get to do this again.
Oh, do the same thing again.
Yep, same thing again. Get another fun ability. Like, I got a 4 this time, so I get to choose between acid attack and resist bashing. And because it fits the character, definitely taking resist bashing.
Oh, I got rodent. So I got disease attack or speed. Obviously, disease attack is what we're going.
Oh, a speed would be really cool though too. You just everything.
The snake is deadly.
Are you becoming like a snake hydra
Oh, man.
of sorts.
I don't know.
You totally
I don't know.
can. Like, the aesthetics, once again, can kind of be what you want.
I know.
So, yeah, I'm definitely taking resist bashing because, bodyguard, that seems smart. That seems like the right idea for me to do that.
So I rolled food animal for my one up here.
And you were already a food animal?
Yep.
So you add one to everything you have already.
You are powerful.
So I get all my stuff gets leveled up.
All your stuff gets one added to it. You don't get anything new, but you add one to everything you've got.
Oh, that's glorious.
Yeah, it's nice.
A level 2 hunter.
So we got all of our level 4 kind of sorted away. All right.
Yep.
So level 5 improved chart. It just came up. We got a resist. I randomized it. We got resist devour. So this means we probably ran into some zombies out in the snow. Some sort of, devouring dead monstrosities of one type or another.
Yeah.
And mind you, once again, aesthetics, like, we might, say there's some other kind of specific thing like, oh gosh, it's ice ghouls. But, definitely like resist devour is the next thing we got. And that means somebody used it against us, and that's how we got it. So, so resist devour is our next bit. And then there's a little narrative bit here because leveling up isn't just the levels in this. There are other ways you can get skills. So after having dealt with these zombies, my assumption is we probably had a rough time of it because we got a resist out of it, which means we all got hit. So research is an action you can take. And if you get a 4 on a research roll, and it's field research specifically, because this would be something like we all go, okay, like 2 of us can sneak. We're going to go and we're going to like just pop out of the snow and watch these zombies like do their thing for a while. And then we do like a field research to figure out their whole horde tactics thing. And so now we all get the horde tactics skill.
And I've already got that.
Yeah, so you would, unfortunately, in this case, it just means you're adding 1 to it. It's not like a
that's
huge
fine.
deal. But that is, how that goes. So we're all getting horde tactics because we studied the zombies to learn their kung fu, basically.
Ooh.
And
Ninja zombies.
yeah, and after that, we decide to skill grind. Skill grind's where you practice a skill to get better at it.
Okay.
As long as you're kind of in a safe spot, you can pretty much just do that. I think you'll still have to make survival rolls every day, so eventually it might kind of become a problem. But skill grind, in this case, I rolled a 3, so we get a +3, and we also get a mystery skill.
Oh.
So mystery skills will come up and they'll have an unlock condition, right? And so you'll get a mystery skill and then you roll the unlock condition. It can be different things. It could be you need to socialize with somebody. It can be that you need to do some research. In this particular case, it's when we take damage. Now, one of the advantages of being a multiplayer game is there's a very easy way for us all to take damage. We can just hit each other.
Yeah.
So, assuming we
I did try to eat you this time.
That is entirely possible.
Oh no.
That's it. I can't take it anymore.
Yep. So we all get a +3 to our horde tactics, so it goes up 3 more. So for 2 of us, that should be about 4, and one of us, it should be at least 5.
Yep,
All
I got 6 for my horde tactics.
And we get a mystery skill unlocked to do. So that I was thinking about like having it be a specific and we all get the same, but it'll be probably more fun if we all get to roll and see what we get.
Yeah, I like rolling.
So taking us,
Ryan, I like rolling.
Yeah, fantastic. It's the surprise factor, right? It's like,
It
ooh,
is.
what am I gonna get? So
It just feels so good.
everybody go ahead and roll a D4 for mystery skills true nature.
Right.
I would say in this case, because we're not playing like a long form game, obviously, we're just going through how this works. Reroll results of 1. I got a physical unlock because I rolled a 4.
Okay.
And
I got a 2 for mine.
okay, I think that means you get
As
a
did
new
I.
profession. So you get to pick a new kind of class. So
interesting.
that could be a fantasy type job class. You might be like, cool, I'm a mage now. Or you could pick something like, not only did I, sing when I was alive, but I'd also been training to be some form of job or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And then you get to just pick a skill that somehow fits with that new job class unlock. So that's how that kind of works.
Okay. Oh, goodness.
Where are those?
That is, you just make it up. Like, this is one of the things is making this game. I abstracted things like mana pools, hit points, etc. because trying to build an entire game that runs on numbers that are likely in the thousands to 10,000s would be insane. But I can make a fun little game that die fours that gives you how those things actually play out dramatically when you play the game. So yeah, you can just pick something that you think really fits with what you've got going on.
And so this would be based on what I did before?
No, you can pick any
now.
kind of class. So like you've been picking tons of damage things. If you were just to be like, sorcerer or warlock or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard some people are partial to necromancers. I don't know. You could pick that as your job class.
I did a lot of killing. I would like to unkill the things that I killed.
We've also been fighting a lot of undead.
We've been fighting a lot of zombies.
Right.
I would like to know how to do them. I would like to make my own zombies now. Store-bought is fine, but I would like to make my own.
So if you want to do that, what I would recommend is take Necromancer as a new class you have.
Yes.
And I would take the summon skill.
Ooh.
And then we'll assume that what you can summon is one of the undead from the undead chart.
Oh, that's amazing.
Cool.
I'm going with I'm torn between like a magic user or a bard. I think my heart's more set on a goose that can shoot fireballs.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's just a better visual.
It just sounds amazing instead of a
I
singing goose.
love the idea of like, a goose whose honks are magical,
Mm-hmm.
like a magically honking goose. And it's just like the dulcet tones of gooses. You just like honk out Kelly Clarkson songs or something,
Yeah, Jesus. Oh my God. Oh.
And it'll sound just like if I, Amelia, as the person, tried to sing Kelly Clarkson.
Oh. Well,
I'm sorry, what did you say my skill should be? Something undead,
summon.
sorry. Summon. Okay.
Summon, and specifically you would say summon, and you could pick one of the 4 types of undead from the form chart. For what kind of undead you wanted to summon.
Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy.
I'm gonna go with sorcerer.
Okay.
Unlocking a an innate magic power within me.
Sure.
Your innate goose powers.
Things you could pick, you could go to the magic unlock and pick one of the magic abilities off of that chart. That's on page 93. The other thing I might recommend, because you already have charm and you might get it eventually, but magic word lets you speak any language and read any language. And it also gives you the ability to name other people and be able to give them that level boost thing.
Oh.
Now, you don't have to, but it is something that seems appropriate for like a
that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
So hear me out. Mm-hmm. I want to do haunted items because I feel like that's the closest I can get to my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I like it. I got a boring one. I got natural armor. So I am just tougher now. But for style points, I'm thinking after having been nearly eaten so many times, they've just developed.
Are you just wearing the bones? I would like you to make an armor out of the bones of the things that you've killed.
I was actually thinking they literally just have calcium deposits just erupted out of their body and formed natural armor around them.
Also very cool.
Yeah.
But maybe Cubone style, at least a hat.
You know what? Sure, why not have a little skull cap of some type? Actually, that does make them a really snazzy minion for your character if they have cool bone armor that they just make happen. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that now. Yeah, they got bone armor.
Love it.
Oh, I love it.
Look at this team.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that thing where you can speak any language, because that sets me up for like future magical shenanigans.
It absolutely
because
does.
I want to be able to yell fireball.
Yeah.
And like have my wings like do I don't know, a Yu-Gi-Oh or not a Yu-Gi-Oh, like a DBZ sort of a Dragon Ball at somebody.
I really want your goose to have a magical girl transformation scene at some point, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Spoilers. Just wait for it. Okay. Anyhow.
Okay. Sorry.
Seriously, though.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
All right.
So
now we've got all our mystery skills in order, right? We've all picked out a fun thing there. So now we're getting back to kind of normal levels. We get +5 to another skill at level 6. And at this point,
+5 to another
with
one
+5, here's the thing. Some of our skills could roll over 10. When you go past 10 in a skill, what happens is those extra points, you just subtract 10 from it, and you get the improved version of that skill. So, for instance, what I'll probably do right now, because I can, is I will spend my 5 points on muscle to get it to improved muscle 2.
Nice.
Which will make me real tough.
I would probably put that into charm then. If we get 5 points, you said?
Yep, 5 points.
Which puts my charm at, 12?
Yeah, which means it turns over to improved charm 2. So
if I put it in my poison attack, then that's...
Yep. So those are all...
Because my poison attack's at 6 + 5 is 11, so it's improved poison attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
1, right?
Yep. So you'd have improved poison attack. And the thing that does for you is, because it's a new tier, especially on attack skills, you get tier dice. And so your chance of poisoning people and hurting them and it working out goes up. Okay.
Nice.
So we've all picked out our next +5. Level 7 was a garbage roll, just gonna be honest. We got another resist, and this time we got resist poison. Now it could be just one of our teammates tried to eat us, but if that wasn't the case, if it wasn't the case, it probably meant we ran into something that was poisonous. So because sometimes you don't luck out. Like, that is a really low roll for that particular chart. So we're all gonna get resist poison, which we got a good deal of resist this game. That doesn't always happen. No, it really isn't, because if you run into it again, you'll be kind of ready for it. And when
it's one of those things, like, you're glad to have it. It's not the most exciting roll, but you'll be glad to have it when you need it.
You'll be glad to have it when you need it. And also when it comes to things like when you roll your same form and you suddenly get a +1 to everything, or you get an evolution and you get a +3 to everything, suddenly those start developing into the improved versions, and you go, ooh, I'm getting closer and closer to a point where I might just develop immunity to a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And no longer get harmed by it.
There you go.
So that's for level 7. Level 8, also a bad roll. We get +1 to a single skill.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not the best. Not gonna lie. I think if I was to pick a thing right now, I've already got my muscle improved real good. I'm not sure it'll get there, but I'm gonna pump up my bone armor to 2, because I like the idea of being a little tougher.
I'm gonna put my regenerate up to 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna up my magical word to 2, because it sounds like the higher my magical word becomes, I can start naming people.
Yep.
So once my magical word hits above our level, then I can give us all names.
Yeah, and that would be really good, because that would
be dope.
That would give us all a level. There's some other hijinks that can be done with it, since we're now summoning haunted items. technically you can name a summon, and what will happen when you do that is they become an actual NPC versus like a summon. So like you still have your summon skill, but that specific one would become a real NPC, which has the ups and downs of an NPC because they have their own personality. And while they start off friendly to you, you know, things can happen during play. And if they like get gacked, unlike a summon, you don't just like get to gesture and make them come back, you know, so you gotta be a little careful with them. So let's see here. What level is that? Is level 8. We're going to do level 9. We get another. Oh, now we get to get some real out there character growth. We've got a new category. Now, unlike new skill, this is where we roll a die 4 to look for a chart that is not ours. And if you get your own chart, just re-roll it. So, you know, this is where you branch out and start getting skills out of the other couple categories on there.
Cool.
So that'll be fun to roll up and see what we get.
3. Oh, undead. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you got undead? Oh, I'm so thankful that you finally got that.
All right, I got domestic
I'm so happy
animal.
for you.
That's fine. We'll see what I get. So then you also have to roll obviously the subtype of.
So if you get the so I got domestic animal again, so I re-roll that.
It, yeah.
All right, let's see what we get.
So I got skeleton.
Okay.
One of these times I will not roll a 2. Oh, I got vermin. Okay.
I got domestic animal, and then I rolled to get the subtype, and I got familiar, which has magic word and magic boost. Now, technically, none of us have a magic ability at this point, but since we already have somebody with magic word, it feels like having magic boost might be more useful down the line. So I think I'll take that.
Mm-hmm. So do we? Well, what skills do we get out of this then? Do we pick one of the subtypes? Yeah,
you roll once to figure out which your category is, and then you roll and you pick one of the subspecies, one of the species in it.
And you take one of those skills?
You take one of the 2 skills you get from the species. And then this is one of those things of each of the obviously forms has its own unique skill. There's charm, sneak, unliving, and humanoid. Mm-hmm. If you have managed to get all the skills out of a subtype and roll it, you can pick the like top thing out of it.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, like so for instance, like I have muscle. If I were to have if I had enduring as well for work animal, I could go and pick charm, and so then I'd be like, a much more charming tiny rodent. But I'm not. So, right now my little snow mouse. Oh, I could have been a bunny. I should have thought about that. Oh, being a bunny would have been a billion times. I'm gonna go with it. Never mind. I've been a bunny the whole time. That's way more fun.
Love it the whole time.
Yep, that's amazing. Never mind anything else that was said. Rabbit.
You know what? We haven't actually played the game, so it doesn't matter.
That's absolutely true.
We're still technically in character creation.
This is absolutely true. That's I've heard it's what the podcast is about.
I know.
How did you know?
So I rolled vermin and bug for mine. And one of those is vertical movement.
And you were like, I want my goose to climb walls.
No, I want to be able to fly. Yeah. I've been a goose this whole time, unable to fly because I've just never figured it out.
Yeah. And now you have
I've just been running on the ground the whole time, Untitled Goose Game style.
Yep. Love it.
You just, the majestic soaring suddenly occurs. Wonderful.
Oh, I'm very happy about that.
No, it's good.
Yeah, I took scavenge weapon. Ooh. Does my snake have hands? No,
but
does it matter?
Once again, back to
I don't know. I feel like I'm slowly on my way to like Naga.
Once you get to aesthetics, that's one of those like, when I played the Tiny Pixie, I saw them as a ball of light. They got scavenge weapon, and my thought was, they just telekinetically float the thing and move it around. But,
there you go.
It could be you literally pick something up with your mouth and fight with it if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, this snake has a knife now.
Or, they just have like a magical hand that's only good for stabbing.
Actually, we just tape a knife to my snake's tail. And now
I kind of love the idea of just the snake wrapping around a weapon on one end and using their tail to use it. That's pretty great.
Yeah, just like using your tail as a whip and like whipping a weapon. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. There's the possibilities are
supersonic sword attack.
All right, we all set on our skills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Level 10, we got another sad roll. It was on the basic chart, +1 to 1 skill.
All right.
Oh. I know where that's going. Yeah. Magic word. Mm-hmm. I gotta keep pace.
Yeah.
One of these days we'll get a +5, and
you know what? I think I'm gonna throw it into speed so I can be a little faster. I think that could be useful.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna put it into sneak.
Okay. All right. So another little story event kind of thing happened here. So after our last fight, we get a level grind in, and we do good on the level grind. We get a result of power level. So this makes it so we got a +6 bonus on the leveling twist chart. So we got our first roll on the master chart at level 11.
Oh.
And usually you would roll a little lower and get evolution, where you go down a couple levels, but you add +3 to every skill you have. It's pretty good. Instead, it rolled really good, and we got new form. And this is where we all get 1 level of humanoid. So that magical girl transformation.
I'm a magic
it's
girl.
Time.
Yes!
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
So that's the first thing we get. We also get more than that, though, because this is not the most powerful level up in the game. There's one above it, but this is like the mid-tier one, and we jump past the first level to the second one, which is kind of fun. Because you never know quite what you're going to get.
So we get the humanoid skill.
Yep, we're getting the humanoid skill. The other thing is our original 4 skills, we're adding +5 to all of them.
Oh, our original 4. Holy cow.
Yep. So we all have humanoid 1. And that means like +5 to whatever your first 4 skills were.
Ooh, I hit 11 on Horde Tactics.
Ooh, well, that means it has now become improved Horde Tactics 1. So
I love it.
That is good. And that's my original.
I'm going to be
4.
real sad about these tally marks later, trying to understand what I was doing here.
Yeah, like
I've been like doing them in different colors for each level so that I like keep track of like where I got things and everything, but
I've just been going all in and modifying.
Oh no, this is see, I'm gonna hold it up and you're not gonna be able to see it at all anyway, so but it's all in
there you go. Yeah, it's working.
Different colors.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'll clean it up later when I'm done and put it like in the right categories, but
all right. There is one more thing we're gonna get to for the new form, because new form, like I said, it's the mid-level one. We get area, and area is a skill. It's a kind of modifier skill, and you can apply it to one attack skill you have. And if you don't have an attack skill, then you kind of apply it to basically to whatever you get. What was the name of it? Weapon area. And that means basically it's for any attack you can do, any generic attack, but it isn't for like, actual attack skills. So it's strong, and it obviously will get better though if you are a humanoid and gain the ability to wield weapons, which we all have now. Getting those in game means, either beating up other humanoids and taking them, or gathering resources and building them.
Oh, interesting.
So right now I would assume we don't have them. And I think my one attack skill is disease attack. Did I get any other attack skills? No.
I have improved poison attack, acid attack.
You have a bunch of attack skills. You get to pick
disease
which
attack.
one you want to make your area apply to. So you would put it in as area and then the name. So I'm going to get area disease.
Okay, I'm going to put area improved poison attack.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm sorry, area improved poison attack 6.
Well, the area starts at 1. And you just need to say
okay.
area poison. It doesn't need to be all the words.
Yeah, I didn't have any attack skills before this.
So you would get weapon area, and that pretty much means that you're gonna be able to do like, you know, area attacks just by fighting, you know, with your regular ability as a goose. So you know, just hit people with your wings or poke them or whatever. And now, of course, once again, back to aesthetics, you know, now we get to all imagine what our characters look like when they hit like a more humanoid form.
Oh, yeah.
And because I find it hysterical, because I'm very easily amused, Honey, who obviously is, you know, a bodyguard, in her previous life was probably like 6 foot even, you know, and really ripped. She is now only like, you know, like 4 feet tall, wearing bone armor and looking super pissy, but not like actually being very intimidating looking at all. Yeah. Like, you all know better. Like, oh no, she will take your face off. But like, you know.
What a cute bunny.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think I'll go for just the, you know, looks basically human, but bunny ears and red eyes kind of deal.
Oh, yeah. I like the humanoid with like small animal features aesthetic.
Yeah.
I like snake with arms.
Oh, yeah. Snake with arms. Yeah, I think, gosh, I want to go humanoid, but like I gain arms, but like my wings go to my back.
Yeah. No, that's totally
you tuck your
doable.
wings back and then like...
Yeah, so my wings become, so I look more angelic with like a slightly goose head.
Right, angelic, but actually you're a goose, so it's demonic.
You know?
Right. I mean, and this is the thing, like, there's still more levels and evolutions to go. So, like, you know, this could be a progression. I'm deciding on, like, going a little bit more full humanoid right now, but I could do more of, like, an anthropomorphic thing, you know, where it's like, and then that bunny stood up and cracked their knuckles, and everybody went, how did that happen? I have hands.
Yeah.
These hands mean business.
Uh-huh.
So we got a few more level ups. Everybody got that all sorted out?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So the last 2 levels we got out of that power level, we get 2 more +5s. And since we got them all at once, that's basically, you know, 5 to 10 points we can spread around how we want for kind of shoring up our new improved forms and such.
Improved magic word. Level 3. So it feels like I can give people names now.
Is it what? It's improved 3. You could. Yeah. We could literally go to 14, and if we wanted to like kind of roll one of these quote unquote honestly, we could totally do that if you'd like to.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So So our last let's make sure we're all squared away. I added 5 to speed and disease attack. So now I've got improved disease attack, improved speed, and improved muscle. So that's going to be a nice even spread of attack bonus and defense all over the place for right now. Yeah. So it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I put mine into sneak and regenerate so that they're both improved.
Okay, cool.
Sneak and improved regenerate.
Nice.
So you got not only a necromancer thing, but almost like an assassin vibe kind of starting to develop.
I like that.
I will kill you and then undo it.
But then you'll be friendly to me.
Right. So the next level, we'll try and roll up for reals here, how it actually go in the game. So you hit us with magic word and it's improved. Yeah. So that means there would be a +2 bonus for this level 14. We rolled it. It's off. We just had the improved chart, and every time you roll a chart, it may have a bonus for your next roll. In particular with this, we'll have a +4 bonus to our roll. Does somebody want to roll 3die4 +4? If anybody wants to do that.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, actually, let's see here.
I'd have to seek out my D4s.
Yeah, I
see who gets it faster.
2, and where's the third one here? Come on.
Oh, no, it's at the bottom.
I
One of
can't
these
find
has-
another 4.
I've got 4 somewhere.
Ah, I got it.
No.
3d4. Haha.
Ah, you beat me.
Let's see. I got 2, and what does this one say? 3.
2, 2, and 3. So that's 7 plus
So that's-
4.
yeah.
And we get 11. That puts us on the greater chart. Okay. So we'll be rolling on the greater chart and seeing what we get from it. And now we need to do 3 die 4 plus 4 again for the greater chart to see what we get.
All right. These are so hard to pick
Big
up,
money,
too.
big
That's the one
money.
thing
No
about
whammy, no
Victoria.
whammy.
I know.
All right, I got 4, 4, 1. So that is 8, 9 plus 4 is 13.
Well,
Ooh.
you just hit the highest thing on the greater chart, which is evolution. So now not only have we gotten new form, but we're also going to get evolution. So evolution is pretty straightforward. We're going to drop by 5 levels. So we are now level 9. But at that level 9, what we're getting is +3 to all the skills we have.
Wow.
So, and
Oh,
also
boy.
that's a time where I go like, evolutions, this gets into that whole aesthetic level thing. Like maybe I did look like, more of an anthro bunny, but then suddenly the evolution hits and it's like, oh no, now I look like, Death Doom bunny made of like, all kinds of crazy bone spikes and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm going to see what that looks like when I've got all my skills up by 3, because I don't think it does too much for me, but, gotta look.
So I've got 3 skills at 10.
Yep.
I needed to get to 11 to get improved, right?
To get another rank up, yeah, they got to get there. So those are kind of
Nice.
just hovering, but
Oh, they're so close.
it is kind of gratifying to see all of the resists suddenly jumping up, going, oh, one day you might be improved. It could happen.
I know.
Did anybody get anything interesting out of that? I didn't get anything that rolled over at that point for me.
No,
personally.
nothing. Nothing that rolled over.
No.
But my 3 improves. My improved charm, my improved horde tactics, and improved magic word have gone up a bit.
Yep.
And my improved charm is at level 10. Along with scavenger and grazer and metabolize.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I my sneak and my muscle are both sitting at 10, so I'm like one step away from getting greater muscle.
Oh, nice.
Because I need to get stronger. So yeah, that's kind of how that goes. If we were to have, if we were to go into the more advanced levels, which takes a while, eventually you get things called crown skills.
Yeah.
And you get Apex. Apex is basically when you finally get this roll, it's on the ultimate, I believe, chart.
Mm-hmm.
When you get Apex Predator, you get a cool title, of some type, and you get an extra level just on the spot with a big bonus to it. You gain a level of the Apex skill, and what that'll do for you is it lets you start rolling extra dice just on top. Normally you get capped at rolling 4 die 4 and then taking the highest. Apex, then you could technically, as long as your bonuses get you up to a die pool high enough, roll 5 die 4 and take the highest.
Oh, wow.
So it starts kind of tilting the level of power you can put out. And you also get the crown skills. And the crown skills are the things that are like sort of the capstones that lead you to being that OP god level on things.
Okay.
If we were to actually have hit that level, which would probably not happen until like level 30 or later, but just show character creation. I would probably like think that out of our group, most likely, our lovely snake with every attack skill probably should take the crown of destruction. Because it gives you just flat boost to attack dice.
Ooh, that does sound fun.
And at greater, it'd give you a bonus for fire magic, which you don't have at this time, but you might by then. And then the ultimate for it is that your attacks can like destroy things permanently, including like objects, locations, creatures. Like if you kill somebody with it, they cannot be resurrected. That's it. They're gone. And additionally, you can do a thing where if you attack the zone you're in and there's nothing there to challenge you, you can turn it into a destruction hazard zone. So it's almost like you just looked at that area and you went, you know what this place is going to be? Eternal Hellfire. And there it is. Like,
oh, amazing.
So as far as like the rest of us, I'm not 100% sure on our singer, because there's a lot of ways that could go. Like, obviously, they're going to talk probably Crown of Command. I
was looking at that one.
It gives you a boost to socializing. You get the frost magic, which you don't have now, but you could. And then eventually it becomes this whole thing of you start becoming like, well, I met an intelligent monster settlement, and their first instinct is, well, we're going to work with you now because you're obviously powerful enough to lead. And if you have like possession, you're able to like perma-possess people, and your charm skill starts getting really gross too. So for a very social character, that's like kind of the Kingmaker crown, like the one where it's like, nope, I'm going to build an army. And I think for playing the bodyguard, I would have probably took the Crown of Imperviousness, just given a big boost to defense, counter magic, and then eventually be able to create safe places. And also you could put your safety onto somebody, and if they get hit, it's as if you're getting hit instead. So literally would be the ultimate bodyguard at that point. Like, nope, you can't hurt them. Why? Because you got to kill me to kill them. Oh,
yeah. Now, Crown of Command is cool, but for a goose, I'm going to posit Crown of Movement.
Oh, God. I mean, if you want to basically be kind of like the Flash, where you just get lots of extra moves and you're all over the place. Yeah.
Moving at lightning speed, yeah. Lightning magic.
Zap the crap out of things.
I'm all for that.
No, Crown of Movement would be a good pick.
Oh, goodness. I just want a chaotic goose that just...
What is your alignment?
There's
goose.
Yep, chaotic goose.
That's what D&D needs.
I know,
like
right?
Goose, not goose.
It's the opposite of goose. Oh, goodness. It's amazing. I love seeing, like, even we went through like 14 levels, give or take. And we ended up
a snake that's also a necromancer.
A necromancer snake.
But also still technically a Yu-Gi-Oh champion.
Yeah, really.
Well, it's just that so opens up those future weird opportunities where it's like, they're all like, oh God, we're all terrified of the necromancer, and somebody gets out some cards and they're like, all right, you get to live today. Shuffle.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I have not played in forever. Please.
Part of the cards.
I love the thought of like eventually your character getting so powerful that you can summon cards like as monsters. And call it out. Time for my blue eyes white dragon to enter the battlefield. It would be amazing.
So
totally doable.
It would be amazing.
You activated my trap card.
There's a set trap skill.
Okay.
Exactly.
This has been really fun. I really enjoy this. I can't wait to discuss this further in the next episode. But my goodness, one thing we never did.
What?
We didn't define our names that my magic word gave everybody.
Okay, but I think that would be great to do in our fan fiction section.
Ooh, let's
talk about why we have those names.
I like it.
Okay.
All right. Mystery name coming in the fanfiction section of our discussion. So stay tuned for that, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Very good.
Well, thank you so much for joining us to discuss Trash Mob character creation. This was so much fun.
Absolutely.
This was a great time. Do you want to remind people where they can find you online?
Sure. So look up Mother Multiverse Media on Itch, or on you could find me on Twitter as well, but I won't be able to do as much for you there. But if you go to If you go to itch, that's where the game actually is. And yeah, those are my main kind of stomping grounds right now.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Melody, for being here. Thank you for joining us. And thank you to everybody for listening. Please join us on the next episode for our discussion block. Call to action.
Yeah, like that. I really enjoyed the leveling up in this game. I know that we don't normally do it till the end, but I scribbled all over my sheet in different colors for every level that we were doing, and by the end, it was a beautiful rainbow.
Yeah.
I like when every level has something, you know.
Yeah, like even the little levels, there was like a lot of, quote unquote, we just got this one little boost thing, but like, it was still a boost. It wasn't just a, hey, you leveled up, you gained some HP.
Yeah, and I think it made a difference to the story.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's really cool because like everything that you level into, it feels like has that narrative hook to it, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, definitely. Before we let you go for the week, we have just a couple calls to action as usual.
One big reminder is to check out the One Shot Network Patreon if you haven't yet at patreon.com/oneshotpodcast. There are a lot of great benefits for joining, but the secret archive is probably one of the best parts, where you get bonus content from shows all across the network, including ours. It also goes to a great cause, like getting a new microphone for Amelia after the old one was on its last leg.
Yep, definitely needed it. I'm glad that we didn't have to have any ruined series or, be totally without one or anything like that. So just
Absolutely.
in time, in the nick of time.
I'm really happy that we have it before the next recording as well, which is really nice.
Definitely. Another thing that you can do to help our show specifically is leave a rating or review on services like Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, other ones. If we find your 5-star review, we will read it out loud and say thank you on the show. We really love reading reviews. They make us feel so good. They're truly I know we always say it, but we really do get excited about it.
Yeah.
They definitely make a difference to our days, especially in these rough times. And they kind of fuel us to keep doing the show and remind us that people love what we're doing. So it's always a good feeling. We are out of reviews right now, so we would really love some more.
Absolutely. I just left a review for Pandas Talking Games on my Podcast Addict this morning. It took 2 minutes.
Nice.
It's really easy to do. So if you're a Podcast Addict listener on Android, I believe that's all that there is. It's super easy to just go in there and leave a review. You can even rate episodes with thumbs up and thumbs down now in there, which is really neat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's something to keep an eye out for. And if you're a Spotify listener, you can go to Spotify on the app and rate us there as well if you want. I don't think they have comments or reviews yet, but you can at least throw a rating out there. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah. That's it for our calls to action, though. We are thrilled to have you here with us during your week. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, stay safe, drink some water, get vaccinated, and keep making those amazing people. We'll see you next time. Character Creation Cast is a production of the One Shot Podcast Network and can be found online at www.charactercreationcast.com. Head to the website to get more information on our hosts, this show, and even our press kit. Character Creation Cast can also be found on Twitter at CreationCast or on our Discord server at discord.charactercreationcast.com. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Bolter, and I can be found on Twitter at Lord Neptune or online at lordneptune.com. Our other host, Amelia Antrim, can be found on Twitter at Ginger Reckoning. Music for this episode is used with a Creative Commons license or with permission from the podcast they originated from. Further information can be found within the show notes. Our main theme music is Hero Remix by Steve Combs and is used with a Creative Commons license. This podcast is owned by us under Creative Commons. This episode was edited by Ryan Bolter. Further information for the game systems used and today's guests can be found in the show notes. If you'd like to leave us a rating or review, we have links to various review platforms out there, including Apple Podcasts, in our show notes. Also, check the show notes for links to our other projects. Thanks for joining us, and remember, we find that the best part of any role-playing game is character creation. So go out there and create some amazing people. We will see you next time.
Now we gotta read some show blurbs.
Show blurbs.
Show blurbs.
Show blurbs.
Show blurbs. Character Creation Cast is hosted by the One Shot Podcast Network. If you enjoyed our show, visit oneshotpodcast.com, where you'll find other great shows like System Mastery.
System Mastery is a delightful stroll through the history of role-playing games. Except the games are terrible, and the hosts are real jerks about everything. Join hosts Jeff and John as they explore the weirdest games ever made to talk about what worked, what went wrong, and which Silverhawk was the best. It was Hot Wing, don't even add us. Find their shows at systemmasterypodcast.com or oneshotpodcast.com.
Finally,